Everyone, welcome to Levson DM channel. If you're new, please subscribe. I talk about sensible things. Today I just want to talk about something, okay? Desperation delays manifestation, okay? Some Christians say, they don't believe in manifestation, but manifestation is real. Starting from the Bible, we see that the Bible says it is God who calls things that are not as though they were. In other words, it calls things that don't exist into manifestation. He calls things that don't exist into manifestation. He calls things out of thin air and they appear and they manifest. God creates things out of the unseen, out of the unknown. He knows things out of the unknown. That is manifestation. So when you look at the nature of God, He's always manifesting, okay? And the Bible says something in the book of Genesis 1 verse 26. It said, we are created in the image of God. I want you to understand what an image is, okay? An image is a replication of the real thing, okay? That is an image, okay? I'll give you an example of an image. Right now, what you're watching right now is an image of me. It is me actually being recorded in a video, but you're seeing my images put together in a video. So I want you to understand something, that manifestation is real, okay? Manifestation is real. From the Bible, we see manifestation happening every time, okay? But there's only one way that manifestation happens. Manifestation happens by faith, okay? Manifestation happens by faith. And one of the things that I've noticed that is blocking a lot of Christians from manifesting is desperation. You are desperate for a job, you are desperate for money, you are desperate for a relationship, you are desperate for whatever you want, and that is why it's not coming. What do I mean by you're desperate for it and that is why it's not coming? It is because when you're in the state of desperation, it means you're in the state of impatience, okay? And that impatience, it's like watching time, okay? Every time you stand to watch time move, especially if you're at work. Let me give an example at work and you're watching time. Time seems to move slow. It is because you're waiting for it. You are impatient. So time moves slow. If you're looking forward to a birthday, if you're looking forward to a trip ahead of you, and you just can't wait for that day, the days seem to move very slow. And that is why your manifestation is slow. You prayed already. God answered you that prayer. But it's not manifesting because you're desperate. It seems to be very far ahead of you. Okay? So do not be tricked by the physical. Okay, I want you to understand something. The Bible says when you pray, believe that you have received it and it is yours. If you cannot believe that you have received it, it can never be yours. You have to receive it first in your spirit. Now, I want you to understand something. What do I mean by receive it in your spirit? You can never be desperate of something that you have already received. Okay, so if you prayed and you have received it in your heart, you can't be desperate, but instead you'll be thankful. Okay, so to fight desperation, to fight impatience, you need to replace it with thankfulness that you have already received that thing that you seem desperate for. When you do that replacement, then manifestation begin to happen physically. Okay, I watched videos by a guy called Nino Knowledge. He said something. He said manifestation is being in a state of where you're good with something and you're good without it. Okay, it's a state where I have a car and I have received my car. Even if you can't see it physically, you're good, but you still keep that faith that you still believe that you've already received that car. I'm going to drive around with my Mercedes. I'm going to drive around with my BMW. My BMW is outside. I have it. It's there. I've received it. It looks crazy. It looks ridiculous. Okay? But if you continue maintaining it like that, manifestation will happen because you're in a state where you're no longer desperate for that thing. Okay? So desperation fights faith and desperation delays manifestation. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but anytime you're desperate, impatient about something, you're pushing it further. But instead, pray, believe that you have received it, and begin to thank God that that thing is already there. And that is when answers truly manifest. I don't know if you like this video and you'd like me to make more of these videos about manifestation by faith. Let me know in the comments. God bless you and subscribe for more. Thank you.